Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about a Pokemon I love a lot, which is Mimikyu. It's probably one of my most favorite Pokemon out there ever. It's just so cute and its concept is really cool and it's one of the best Pokemon I've seen for a while. I think it's really cool how it mimics Pikachu, but if you give it some thought, what if Mimikyu mimicked other Pokemon as well? I've seen tons of fan art from other Pokemon fans that show different forms of Mimikyu. So I just think this is really cool. Maybe one day Mimikyu will have more than one disguise, which would make it more exciting. And that's why today we're going to be counting down 10 alternate Mimikyu disguises. So here's a pretty simple one at number 10, it's Meowth. Meowth is a cute Pokemon and it doesn't have much to it, so it's probably easy to mimic. So it's only at the number 10 spot, but I still think it would be cool to see. Although I doubt that'll happen. So Cubone always covers his face anyway, which is why I think it would be awesome if Mimikyu Disguise does this. Cubone hides under a mask, and so does Mimikyu. If it wouldn't be a disguise, it would at least be an awesome friendship. Bayonet is a lot like Mimikyu. It's a doll, and Mimikyu reminds me of like a doll-type Pokemon. I haven't seen much fan art for this, so I don't think it's as popular, but I still think it would be a cool concept if you really think about it. These are both creepy Pokemon, so I think it would be an awesome disguise. Again, with the disguise concept, I think Zoroark would be awesome. I think it would be kind of meta because it would be like Mimikyu disguised as a Zoroark when Zoroarks usually disguise themselves as other Pokemon. I don't know, this just sounds really cool and it looks cool too. Now, I don't know how good the disguise would really work considering the size differences, but I still think it's cool. Okay, so I know this is 3 Pokemon, but come on, it's the starter Pokemon from the first generation. These 3 are very much loved by the Pokemon community, so I think if Mimikyu disguised himself as one of these, it would really be a good disguise since this is also a popular Pokemon. I mean, supposedly Mimikyu copies Pikachu because it wants to be loved, and if it would copy these Pokemon, I think it would still be very much loved. It would also give out a lot of diversity with the different types of Mimikyu disguises. Another super loved Pokemon is Eevee, which is why it would make an awesome Mimikyu disguise. It's cute, it's simple, and everybody loves it. Eevee is definitely considered like one of the mascot Pokemon, and so I think it would be an awesome disguise. I see lots of fan art for this, so I think a lot of people agree. It would also be pretty cool if it had the Eeveelutions, but even just Eevee would be cool. I think it would be adorable, and so that's why it takes a spot. So I'm sure a lot of you guys saw this one coming, and number 4 on the spot is Raichu. I mean, come on, it's the evolution right after Pikachu. Raichu is really loved, and it would be cool to see like Pikachu Mimikyu and Raichu Mimikyu, maybe like Pichu Mimikyu. I don't know why, I just love the idea of this, having like the whole Pikachu family basically. It would be fun trying to catch like the different types of Mimikyu, and I just think that's a great idea. Raichu would just make a perfect Mimikyu. It's no doubt that Mew is a loved Pokemon, so I think it would make an awesome disguise. I mean, it's small and it's cute. A Mimikyu could definitely use this to its advantage. I mean, I'm sure a lot of trainers would be disappointed if they thought they were catching a Mew and it was actually just a Mimikyu, but that's why it'd be so awesome because Mimikyu would definitely love this. Mimikyu just wants to be loved, and Mew is definitely lovable. So earlier we talked about Raichu, but what about Plusle and Minun? They may not be in the evolution line of Pikachu, but they are still super cute and look a lot like Pikachu. Imagine having like a Pikachu Mimikyu, and then there's also the Plusle and the Minun Mimikyu. So it would be different kinds, and that would be awesome. And besides, who doesn't love these two? Number 1 on this list is Ditto. So Mimikyu would then be disguised as a Pokemon that disguises itself as other Pokemon. Yeah, way weird, but also really cool. I also think this would be really cute because if you think about it, like Ditto could disguise itself as Mimikyu, and Mimikyu disguises itself as Ditto. I love it. I think it's so cool. And so it takes the number 1 spot on this list. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. It means a lot to me and I can't thank you guys enough.